Hello there guys, welcome back to Maths by Gurpreet Sekhon. In the previous video, we have discussed how to make a trigonometric table in just a few seconds. So today we are going to discuss exercise 8.2 of 10th class NCERT Maths, in which we will be applying the concept of angles of trigonometric ratios which we have just studied in our previous video. Alright, so let's start without wasting even a second. Let me write the statement. This is our statement of very first example. In triangle ABC, AB is equals to 5 centimeter. Now it's a triangle given A, B and C. It's right angled at B. Now AB is equals to 5 centimeter is given and angle ACB is equals to 30 degree. Determine lengths of other two sides. We have to find AC and BC. So now we could have used Pythagoras theorem, but also Pythagoras theorem requires two known sides. So in this only one side is known. So that's why we are going to use the concept of trigonometric functions. Now only perpendicular is given, as you can see, and base and hypotenuse are absent, not given. Now the thing here is that you have to choose that trigonometric ratio which includes perpendicular and one unknown side, and then again perpendicular and one unknown side. So it means we are going to choose two trigonometric functions. So firstly, let's choose tan. The angle under consideration is of course C. Okay, so tan C will be equal to, we know that tan is equals to perpendicular over base. What is our perpendicular? That is AB, and what is our base? That is BC. So tan C, it means the value of angle C is tan 30 degree is equals to what is our AB? That is 5, and we have to find BC. So BC will be there only, and 5 upon tan 30 degree. Now here is where the table plays its role. So now you have to know the value of tan 30 degree, which you can memorize from the table very easily. So tan 30 is equals to 1 upon root 3. So 5 upon 1 upon root 3, which will be simply equal to 5 root 3 centimeter. So in this way we have found BC, 5 root 3 centimeter. Now BC is also found and only AC is unknown. So you can choose a trigonometric ratio in which hypotenuse is included. You can easily see that sine C is equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse, AB upon AC. What is C again? C is 30 degree, as you know. So sine 30 degree is equals to what is AB? 5 upon AC. So simply just find the value of AC by just taking it on the other side. And what is sine 30 degree? Now sine 30 degree is equals to 1 upon 2, which will be equal to 5 upon AC. Or you can say that AC is equals to 10 centimeters. So yeah, you have found the value of hypotenuse as well. So in this way, just you have to be attentive while selecting the trigonometric function, because if you will select the trigonometric function in which hypotenuse and base are included, you will not get anywhere, because one known side must be included in order to find any unknown side, right? So that's why you have to be using your presence of mind while choosing the trigonometric function, that which trigonometric function is going to be used to find the unknown side. All right, so let's move ahead. This is the statement of next example. In triangle PQR, PQ is equals to 3. So let's firstly make the triangle PQR, and PQ is 3 centimeter already given, and PR is equals to 6 centimeter. That's also given. We have to find angle QPR and angle PRQ. Now angle Q is right angle. It's also given in this statement because it's written that right angled at Q. So angle Q is 90 degree. We have to find the other two angles. Now again we are going to use the concept of trigonometric functions. Now you can see that hypotenuse and perpendicular are given. So firstly, without thinking, just choose the trigonometric function which includes hypotenuse and perpendicular, and that is none other than sine. So sine R, the angle under consideration is always R, not the right angle, okay? So sine R is equals to PQ upon PR because it's perpendicular over hypotenuse. So what will sine R be equal to? It will be equal to 3 upon 6. So what is 3 upon 6 equal to? That is 1 upon 2, as you can see. Sine R is equals to 1 upon 2. Now just see the table and see that 1 upon 2 is the value of which degree of sine. It's actually 30 degree. So we can write sine R is equals to sine 30 degree because we can write 1 over 2 is equals to sine 30 degree, right? So now by equating the angles on both sides, you will get angle R is equals to 30 degree, or in other words, angle PRQ will be equal to 30 degree. Okay, so now it's very easy. You have found angle PRQ. Now you can easily find angle QPR. You can also take any other trigonometric function and then find the angle PRQ or PQR, QPR, I'm sorry. And also you can apply the angle sum property of triangle. One angle is 90 degree and the other is found to be 30 degree. So you can easily write that angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is equals to 180 degree because this is angle sum property of a triangle. And what is angle P? You have to find. And what is angle Q? That is 90 degree. What is angle R? That is 30 degree. We have just found. So it's equal to 180 degree. Angle P will be equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree, which will be further equal to 60 degree. So yeah, that is how you have also found angle QPR is equals to 60 degree. Yeah, so that's the only thing you have to do. So there are as you can see, multiple ways of attempting a sum. In the previous sum as well, you could have used Pythagoras theorem while finding the third side because two sides were known. So you could have used Pythagoras theorem as well. You just have to use your mind a bit while attempting these kind of sums, that which trigonometric function is to be used and which is to be included, which is not to be included, right? Because if you find any wrong trigonometric function, then you will just get confused and the situation and the equation will get complicated only. So yeah, this is how you do these kind of sums in which you have to find angles. You can equate, now from here you can learn a fact that you can equate the angles on both sides if the trigonometric functions are same. So it was sine R is equals to sine 30 degree. You could have easily equated R and 30 degree. So in this way you can find the angles. Finding sides is a different thing, finding angles is a different thing. So you have to keep this fact into your mind while finding angles. So yeah, there is only one example remaining which is also working on the same principle. So let's see that. This is 8th and the concluding example of exercise 8.2. You can see that there is no diagram included, only there will be algebraic calculations. Okay, so sine A minus B is equal to 1 by 2. Similarly, cos A plus B is given to be equal to 1 upon 2 again. And these are the given, hence you can say, or the conditions, that A plus B, the value of A plus B must be greater than 0 and can be less than or equal to 90 degree. And one more thing, that is A must be greater than B. So yeah, you can take it as a hint as well, because when you will be finding the values of A and B, you should keep these facts into your mind, that A plus B must be greater than 0 and must be less than equal to 90 degree, and A must be greater than B. So yeah, these two are the given conditions. Just the same step that we have done in the previous example, just write 1 by 2 in terms of sine. So you can easily write that sine A minus B is equals to, now what is 1 by 2? That is sine 30 degree of cos. Now the trigonometric ratios are same, you can equate the angles. So A minus B is equals to 30 degree. This is one equation that you have got. Now the same thing we'll do with this equation. So write 1 by 2 in terms of cos. Now why are we writing this term into sine and this in terms of cos? Because only if the trigonometric functions are equal on both of the sides, only then the angle can be equated. That is why just write this in terms of sine because there is sine, and write this in terms of cos because there is cos. You can write easily cos of 60 degree. So in this way you will get one more equation, that is a plus b is equals to 60 degree. So these two are basically the linear equations that you can solve very easily. What you will do, a minus b is equals to 30 degree and a plus b is equals to 60 degree. Firstly add both of the equations because the signs of b are opposite to each other. So 2a will be equal to 90 degree, or a can be equated to 90 degree upon 2, that is 45 degree. So yeah, a is 45 degree, so put in any of the equation a minus b, that is 45 degree minus b is equals to 30 degree, or you can say that 45 degree minus 30 degree is equals to b, or you can say that 15 degree is equals to b. In this way you have found the value of a as well as b. Now here you can see that a plus b, it means 45 plus 15, that is 60. 60 is greater than 0 and less than 90, and a is also greater than b because 45 degree is greater than the 15 degree. So yeah, you have also followed the given conditions, and by following the given conditions you have successfully found the values of a and b. So yeah, it included a bit trigonometric angles and more of algebraic calculations as you have seen. Alright, so with this, exercise 8.2 is finished and you can start with the doing sums. Also share and subscribe my channel, share it with your friends, classmates and all the people who can be benefited from this channel. Alright, and don't press to forget the subscribe button before you leave the channel because it will really motivate me to just serve you with these kind of videos on a regular basis. Alright, so keep practicing, all the very best. Thanks for watching and we'll see each other in the next video.